Hello guys, a long time no see. So as I said on the Google Classroom, today I want to do the study guide. I want to explain the study guide and then help you to prepare for the final. So I already wrote down some question on the study guide. So every question, I just only want to just do one example, okay? So now the first one is about long division. So now, if you see the long division is 3x cubed plus 8x squared minus 10x divided by x squared minus 2x. So long division, you have to do like this way, right? If you can remember long division. So now you have to do like this. So you write down 3x cubed plus 8x squared minus 10x divided by x squared minus 2x. So now, how to finish the long division? So you can check your notes. Also, you can follow my direction right now. And now the first step, you have to get rid of the first term inside the long division. So that means inside is 3x cubed. So that means you have to times what to get rid of 3x cubed? You have to times 3x, right? Because 3x times x squared is 3x cubed. And then you have to times 3x times negative 2x, you get negative 6x squared, okay? So now you need to do, as I told you, is you have to do the subtraction. That means 3x cubed minus 3x cubed is 0 here. So sometimes you always make mistake about this. If you want to avoid a mistake, if you say, oh, subtraction, that means you have, so another easy way is, after you did do this multiplication. So next step, you just change all the sign here. So that means if this positive is changed to minus, this minus change to plus. And then you can do the addition. Okay, now that means this add together is 0. A add 6 is 14x squared. Maybe this way is easier for you guys, okay? So next you have to pull down minus 10x here. Okay, so now you have to get rid of 14x squared. So times what to get rid of 14x squared? Right now you have x squared, that means you just need to times 14. Correct? Because 14 times x squared is 14x squared. 14 times negative 2x, that means is negative 28x. As I told you, if you want to do just do the addition, you don't want to do the subtraction, just change all the sign. Now this change to negative, this change to positive, and then add this together. So that means this change to 0. Negative 10 at 28, that means is 14x. Okay? So now you cannot get rid of 14x anymore because this x squared. That means 14x is the remainder. So you already finished the long division, but how we can write down the answer? So you have to write down in this way, okay? So 3x plus 14 is a quotient, and then you have to write down 3x plus 14 here. And then you have to, because the remainder is positive, then it is add. So the remainder you have to write down on the top, 14x here. So the bottom is the division here, x squared minus 2x, okay? That is the final answer for the long division. Good? Okay, that's the first. So for the long division, you have to understand how to complete the long division, and also you have to know how to write down the answer. This is a quotient here. That's the remainder. Here is the division, okay? So now, the second question is about how to graph a rational function. This is the function, rational function. So now, how to graph a rational function, you have to remember what is the horizontal asymptote, what is the vertical asymptote, okay? But as you see, you have seen this kind of question, this function. How to graph it? First, you have to graph it this way, right? You have xy plane. Okay, xy plane. Oh, sorry. First, you have to know the horizontal asymptote is, you can see this is a rational function. Add a number. This number is about the vertical shift. It's move up or down. If you see plus, that means move up 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the horizontal asymptote. You can write down the dashed line, draw a dashed line here. So this is a horizontal asymptote. That means also we can see y equals 4 is the horizontal asymptote. So now another, you have to find out the vertical asymptote. The vertical asymptote is about the bottom here. Okay? So if x plus 5, that means the vertical asymptote is plus 5, then we move to left, not right. If plus, then move to left, 5 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now, okay, that's vertical asymptote, that's horizontal asymptote. And then you just write down, what's the graph look like? The graph like it should be like this because this positive. That means the parent function 1 over x, the graph is like this. Okay. Right now you move to up, so that means the graph from here move to here, and the graph from here move to here. Okay, that is the graph of the rational function. As I wrote down on the study guide, also you can use the graphing calculator to find out, to help you to check the answer. And if you don't have a graphing calculator, you can use the decimals, use the internet, okay, decimal.com, and then you can put the function on your computer. It will show the graph like this way, okay? But on the computer and the graphing calculator, they don't have this dashed line, okay? I draw this dashed line is help you to find how to graph the curve, okay? That's the number 2 question. Number 3 on the study guide is how to finish the rational equations. Okay, so do you remember how to finish the rational equation? It's about cross multiply. Okay, so now first step, anytime when you see a rational equation, you have to do the cross multiply. So I showed like 2 examples here. So cross multiply 5 times x plus 1 on the left and equal 9 times x minus 2. After you do the cross multiply, then you change it to like a linear equation. So now cancel out the parentheses, you have 5x plus 5. On the right side you have 9x minus 18. And then you have to what? Do what? You minus 9x, right? Minus 9x both sides. You got negative 4x, right? Equal plus 5 equal this negative 18. And then you have to minus 5 both sides. You got negative 4x, okay? You get rid of 5 equal negative 23, okay? And then next step you need to divide by negative 4. So finally x is positive 23 over 4 because negative change to positive. That is the answer for this one, the rational equation, okay? So now this example is after you cross multiply, you can find out or they change to like a linear equation. But for this example, after you cross multiply, maybe change it to like a quadratic equation. Now I want to show you how to solve this question. So first, cross multiply, right? 4 times x or 4x. And cross multiply, you get x plus 1 times x minus 2. And then you have to cancel out the parentheses here. So you have to distribution or FOIL, whatever. So find out you have x squared minus x minus 2. Now you have to minus 4x because quadratic equation, the one side have to be 0. So you have to minus 4x both sides. Okay. So finally this change to 0 is x squared minus 5x minus 2. Okay. That means that is a quadratic equation. The quadratic equation you can, how we can solve the quadratic equation? You can FOIL it, you can factorization. But for this one, we cannot factor this one. That means you have to use a quadratic formula. So now I want to show you the quadratic formula here. So I change the quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? X is what? A negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so right now what is b? Negative 5. Next b, that means change to positive 5 plus minus square root b squared, that means 25. b is 5. Negative 5 squared is 25 minus 4ac minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 2. Okay, over 2a. a is 1, that means 2 times 1. So if I have 5 plus minus square root inside 25, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, that means 25 plus 8, that means change to 33 over 2. Okay? Because radical plus 33, you cannot simplify the radical, so you can leave it like this one. For me, it's fine. You can leave it like this example. Okay? This is answer because you cannot cannot simplify. Or if you want, you can use a calculator to find out the decimal number. But for me, just leave like this is good enough. Okay, that's how we can solve the rational equation. Okay. So next about the polynomial identities. So before I ask you to memorize, so if you have the notes, just use your note for that final exam. So number 5 on the study guide is about the application problem. Also, we did this problem in the class, if you can remember. Also, I can show you how we can finish number 5 right now. So I need to erase the board here. I can erase here. Okay, now number 5 is that Ahan need to take the medicine, right? Like 150 milligram of those, and in the 12 hours. So now, first, if you want to answer this kind of question, because on your final exam you have the similar question, okay? So first you need to understand the summing up formula. The summing up is also I will show you on the study guide, also on the final exam. The summing up formula is A. What's A? You have to understand what is A, and then you have to know 1 minus r to the end over 1 minus r, okay? And this formula, A is the first term. Okay, A is the first term. R is the common factor, or also we call the what is common factor, right? Okay, so now n is the n term, is the geometric sequence, the term. So how many terms or how many days? Okay. Now the question on the number 5 said you take 150 milligram. So they mean that is the initial value, then the first term, the first day you take the 1 dose is 150 milligram. And so that is the 5% left in the body. So 5% is the common factor R, okay? And also it said another thing we need to know is the N, because we already know A and the R. And what is N? N is about how many terms. So it said 12 hours, 1 dose, but it's 15 days later. So they mean 1 day, how many doses? Wait, 1 day, 24 hours. I mean, 1 day is 2 doses. Right now, 15 days, I mean, you have to times 2 is 30. So they mean N is 30, right? So now you put everything to the formula. So they mean how many milligrams on your body after 15 days? So as it should be, A is 150 times, right? 1 minus R is 5%. So you have to understand 5% is not 5. So on the decimal is 0.05, right? So the N is 30. So 30 over 1 minus 0.05. And then use your graphing calculator or your computer to find out what is the value here. That is the answer for number 5. Also, you will see a similar question on your final exam. So how to solve this problem? You have to understand, I have to use this formula. And you have to find out the A, R, and N, okay? You can use this as example because the question on the final exam almost exactly the same as this problem, but I just change the number, okay? Just change the number, okay? So now next I want to do the last question about the study guide. So now I want to erase here. So last question on the study guide also is application problem. Not the last I have simplified it. So now we have another application problem. Okay. So the application problem is like we have this, and also they give you what? They give you right. This is the width. This is the height, right? They give you the volume of the prism is the W square H, right? And also you have the surface area. The surface area is 2 W square because this is a square. Square have 2. That means W square is the area of the bottom. Now you have 2. And also you have to add 4 more sides, okay? 4. So that means 4 times the WH, okay? The W is the width of the square. The H is the height of the prism. So now they give you the volume is 250 cubic inches. So now they will ask you to write down a function as in terms of width. That means no more H. Okay. So how we can do that? Also, we did this in the class if you can remember. So now I want to show you because on this formula, this have width and height. They don't want the height. They just want the width. So how we can get rid of height? So we can use here because they tell you what is the volume. The volume 250. That means is width square times H is 250. Huh? Okay. So now 250, and now you can change. Looking for the H is how we can find the H? The H, that means you have to divide by width square. Width square, that means the height is 250 over the width square. And now you have the height is 250. So now you can do the substitution. Put in this one to here, to the S. So right now S is 2 width square because this only the W width, so you don't need to do anything about this. Plus 4 width times, what is the height? The height is 250 over the width square. So now you can cancel out 1. So finally you have 2 W square plus 4 times 250 is 4 times 250 is 1,000 here over the width, only 1 width on the bottom. That is the answer here. Okay, that's how we can find out a function surface area in terms of width, no more H. That's how we can find out the answer about this question. So last, I want to show you how to do the simplified expression. So about exponential properties. So I just want to do one example. So I want to show you if I have a cubic root of 64 times x to the 12 times y to the 15 times z to 21. So how we can do this one? You can write to 64 times x 12 times y 15 times z 21. If the cubic root, then you can change to the exponent is 1/3. Now we can do the property. So then you can say 64 1/3 times x to 12 times 1/3 times y to 15 times 1/3 times z to 21 times 1/3, right? So now you can see cubic root 24 is 4. You can use the calculator. So now x 1/3, that means x, you can cancel 3, that means change to 4, right? Times y, you cancel 3, that is 5, that means the exponent is 5. Times z, so 21, you can change to 7, okay? That's how we can do the simplified question. So now we're done for today. So if you have any question, you can email me or you can join my office hour, okay? Thank you.